All right, guys, welcome back to Mental Boys.
Welcome back to Mental Boys, guys.
We are reacting to the match that just finished. Barcelona, Vissel Kobe versus Barcelona.
Yeah, it was an interesting match, man. I think it was a match where the new signings kind of just showed out. You know what I mean? Some debuts for a couple players, and it was a good, interesting thing to see how they will go as the team. You know, as next season will progress and stuff like that.
It started off with like the usual lineup. The usual lineup was just, I'll share the screen right now. The usual lineup was very, like, I don't think anyone else can debate that this is the first lineup, except for like maybe Koundé on the right.
Yeah.
And then maybe Ferran Torres for Lewandowski. There was a couple players missing in the first lineup, but this is the first players that came on in the first half, and then literally didn't really do much. I didn't see much from Yamal, did not see much from Fermin Lopez. Kubasi made a mistake which led to the goal.
Yeah.
Look, Juan Garcia, he did all right. He saved the first initial shot, but the second one ended up being a goal. I can't really blame him for that. Rafinha, average. Ferran Torres, average. The first team was the average overall. I don't think anyone really impressed as much. It looks like Eric Garcia got man of the match. So
yeah, I think he was I think personally for myself, I think he was the most impressive player at the time of his scoring a goal.
Yeah, exactly,
and just playing well in the defense.
And then Vissel Kobe equalized. To be fair, they played a very solid game.
Yeah,
it wasn't anything impressive. They went all over the place. They looked very organized.
Yeah.
The first half was very cagey. You know, it looked like we just came from came from a very long holiday.
Yeah.
And it showed in the first half.
Now I'll tell you, for Kobe, I think the way they were playing was very, very uniform.
Professional.
It's professional, uniform. They were pressing very much, didn't give Barcelona much room to actually play or do what Barcelona do. They were very onto them, winning the balls easily. I think they just had a problem with moving forward. I think getting the ball was easy for them, but moving forward was just a bit of a problem and a bit of a struggle for them. But at the end of the day, they still played very well.
Yeah, it did look like they have been playing. They obviously in mid-season right now, so they're fully fit. Barcelona looked very rusty, you know. Most of the players that I watched, they all look rusty. Some of the passes were not connecting. Their runs were not like properly, calculated. So you could see the difference in fitness between the two teams. Kobe was very fit. Barcelona, they're still getting fit. So that difference was shown. But the second half was the change, because I feel like Barca made changes throughout the whole lineup.
Yeah.
But Kobe pretty much kept most of their first. They changed as well, but I think they didn't change. Well, they did change halftime. Most of their players. I lied.
They did.
They even changed out in the 31st minute. Wow. All right. They did change most of their players as well. Maybe the second team is not as strong as their first team.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the difference that made the second half more in favor to Barcelona, because obviously, as you can see, all the changes starting from so Szczesny came in goal, Christensen, Koundé, Araujo, Rashford came in as well, Olmo, Frankie de Jong, Casado. Like Casado did play it all right, actually. I think he was the second best player on the whole pitch. Roony, I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, no,
I was very impressed with Roony. There was a couple touches, a couple passes that didn't come through, but the things that did come through, he really impressed me.
Yeah, no, he seemed like a very young, very young and hungry player, which is good for Barcelona. He showed out his game, and that's one of the most impressive things you can do. Like, that's the best things you can do when you're a new player to a new team. Is you got to show out, and he did a very great job in doing that. I think personally, when he was up forward, like, he was just he was pushing for those goals. He was doing the right touches, the right passes. And luckily he came out with a goal. So
he was the one that showed the
ups to him.
most action up front. Besides, actually, Olmo, I think Olmo was doing the most.
Yeah.
But with little like effective. He wasn't very effective, but he was doing a lot.
Yeah.
Roony was very effective. He wasn't doing too much. He wasn't doing too little. He was very effective.
Yes.
Marcus Rashford, I don't know what to say about him because he was running a lot and he was trying to like take on players. Wasn't coming off, losing the ball, taking shots straight to the keeper. There was nothing really It's the first game. He's only been with the club for last couple of days, so I don't want to blame him too much.
Yeah.
Even though I was talking shit about him throughout the watch along, but I can't really say too much because it's just his first game, and he's still getting to know his teammates, how teammates think, where they want to pass it, where he wants it. Like there's still a lot to work out there.
Yeah, but I didn't think he played bad. I think he played pretty well. Obviously, it's just him picking up his feet again, just like getting his first steps back up. Like it's a new team, it's a new playing style that he's basically not used to. Only being with the team for only a couple of days, I think he played decent. I guess there was a couple mistakes that he could have avoided, but hey, that happens in football. But with that, I guess start of play where he started the play for when they scored their second goal, I was quite impressed in that.
The player that impressed me the most though, out of everyone, and he only played for 12, 14 minutes, came in for Rashford, Pedro Fernandez.
Yeah, Dro.
He goes by the name Dro.
Dro, just DRO, man. Yeah, young kid.
What a young up-and-coming talent.
Yeah.
No one really knew what they were going to get from this kid. Hansi Flick kept him on. Everyone was talking about a player called, what's it called? There's another player that was coming up. Everyone was talking about him.
Yeah.
I think his name is Virgili or something like that. And Hansi Flick put faith in Pedro.
Yeah.
Dro, however you want to say it. Put faith in Dro. Kicked Virgili back to the B team. And it looks like Dro is the real deal.
Yeah, he's the real deal, man. Yeah.
From what I've seen, like he makes the hard things look simple. He makes the simple things look very average. Like he does, everything just seems too easy for him.
Yeah.
He was taking on players.
Yeah.
He wasn't losing the ball very easily. He took a very, very fantastic shot on goal, which became the third goal.
Yeah.
And for me, it was man of the match. He was only there for 12 minutes.
For 12 minutes, yeah.
But he looked the real deal.
Look, when he came on, you could sense the different energy that was in the field. He came in, doing amazing turns, doing the passes, fighting for the ball, just playing his position very well.
Yeah.
You could tell the difference between him and Marcus Rashford. Like, Rashford he just made look Rashford like a really rusty old player.
Yeah,
he was the new deal, you know what I mean? And very impressed because as soon as he came on, I was more switched on in the game because at that time I thought, oh, look, the game is done. This is going to be the scoreline. Then he came in on the 78th minute and he changed the whole game, really. He turning players like it was just, like he's been doing this for years.
Yeah. When did the second goal go in?
I think it was around the
77th minute. So he came in in the 78th minute. So literally straight after, I think Rashford passed it to Lewandowski.
Yeah, Lewandowski passed it off.
Passed it off to Roony, and Roony, beautiful goal into the bottom left corner. And then as soon as that happened, Rashford just came off.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Rashford came off, the whole game literally turned.
Yeah, it turned up a bit of a notch, you know what I mean?
At that point, the second goal was a bit surprising to me because I was not seeing a way to go. But then as soon as Rashford came off and Dro came on, it just looked like a complete different team.
Yeah. Now, Dro is a talent to look out for. Look, it is his kind of first debut game for Barcelona, so you know how a lot of people can say it's beginner's luck. So I think we'll just have to wait and see the next games coming through and see how he plays there, because there is one thing about playing preseason and doing so great, but once you actually in the season,
once the season kicks off
and the pressure's there,
it becomes real.
It becomes real, and you never know. I hope for him to progress and just become the great player that everyone.
I've already talked about Rashford, and I think on the left wing, I don't think that's going to be his best position going forward. I think being a striker, it might be the position that suits him more because we saw him trying to take on players. It was not coming off.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see the difference in quality when an actual winger comes on. You can see the difference in quality because Dro came on and he was terrorizing players.
Yeah.
You can see the difference in quality because he makes it look so easy. And then Rashford made it look like, oh man, you know, Vissel Kobe must be really good defensively.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, really, bro. A good player will make a good team look average.
Yeah, that's true. But
an average player will make an average team look good.
Nah,
and that was what I saw.
Yeah, but yeah. Then again, you have to think he's only been there for a couple of days.
Yeah,
I don't think he's fully embedded himself within the team.
But we'll see. The next game is I think Thursday.
Yeah.
Next game is on Thursday. We'll do if he can't make it, I'll do a watch along. But I'm pretty sure it's around this time as well. So yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Get in the comments. Definitely let us know who impressed you the most out of everyone. Do you think Rashford needs more time, or do you think this is just who he is?
Yeah. Or do you think Dro is gonna be the next prospect up? Or do you think this was beginner's luck?
I think if he's given the chance, I think he'll take the chance with both hands.
Yeah.
Same thing with Roony. He really impressed me. The only thing about Roony is because he's playing on Yamal's side.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be tough because Yamal is gonna be the type of player who doesn't want to bench himself. He doesn't want to rest for anything.
Yeah. That's
true. That's the only downside. But on Dro's side, he can bench Rashford easy.
Yeah, easy.
Because Rafinha might end up playing in the middle somewhere. So
we say easy now, but we have to wait and see.
Exactly. So yeah, please subscribe to continue to get notifications and get suggestions about what we post. We obviously post about Chelsea and Barcelona. So far it's gonna be Barcelona until Chelsea plays. Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and thank you very much.
And thank you. See you next time.
Peace.